For years I've struggled with my mortality, thinking death was the end. But now I have a whole new understanding and realize death is only the beginning.
So I'll show you guys.
The same thing.
Right off the number. What do they call that? The supermoon. Hey guys, we're here at the Shoreline Inn, getting ready to do our third investigation. And we're really excited, so everybody, let's do it.
I'll tell you, in the kitchen, there's a lot that goes on in the kitchen.
Okay.
And
I bet you that's a female or somebody that owns that kitchen.
I actually saw, you know, I was washing my hands at the sink, and you know, I could see Michael chopping, and
Right.
I could see her standing watching. She was standing right next to him.
Who's the gentleman that I'm feeling so strongly here? Got a lot of facial hair. You like to smoke? This is your home, isn't it, sir? I don't mean any disrespect. I hope you know that. Sir, would you mind telling me how many of you are in the home right now? Are you the gentleman with the low voice that piped up the first time I was here when I got upstairs? The little Hannah's all over the place. I saw something like cut past the window. I thought it was outside for a minute, but I think it's actually inside. Yeah.
Oh, that's a door.
I don't want to do anything that offends you, sir. I just want to try and find out more about you and your family. That's okay. Did you just address me, sir? I just want to put a marker on that tape right there. I thought I heard an audible voice, but I'm not positive. If you have any problems with us being here, sir, you just gotta let me know over that audio device. I don't want to do anything to infringe on your privacy, sir. I don't know why I said privacy. Do you have English blood, sir? Are you from the old country, sir? What was that, Marissa?
My camera.
No, did you hear?
No.
Did you hear that, Michael?
Missed it.
I swear I just heard yes. Wow. That was... Are you sitting on the steps, sir? That was really clear. Wow. It's like right in my right ear. Do you know the last name of any of the family members here? Or? Is it possible any of them were from England?
I have.
It was built by John Dennison.
Dennison, is that English or is
That's
that
a local-
Irish?
That's a local family. And then he sold it right away. Right? He built it, sold it.
I have I have like the records of the past owners.
The gentleman that I'm hanging out with right now is definitely stocky, full beard, possibly glasses, maybe in his, not that old, maybe 60s possibly. He's got a real strong energy.
You said smoking?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's a cigar or what, but I just keep feeling like, you know, the stain right there on the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't usually go into these things really strong like this, but his energy is so strong. Sir, am I close at all to anything about you? I'm feeling like you're really letting me know who you are. That's probably why this headache's coming on so strong, because you're really intent on telling me who you are. Were you a fan of Mark Twain? Was that in your time period, sir?
Take a picture of me. I think somebody's touching my hair.
Oh yeah.
On the top of my head.
Or are you just trying to tell me what you look like?
Oh, my camera won't take a picture now.
Oh wow.
Oh, there it goes.
Do you fancy yourself to look a little like Mark Twain? Is that what you were trying to communicate to me? No.
I smell like a pipe.
Yeah. He's definitely a smoker. Did you imbibe at all, sir? Did you ever have a glass of what was your poison? Rum? Whiskey? No, not whiskey. I don't know why rum came to me. I don't think, was rum popular back then?
Mm-hmm. It was the drink of choice.
Oh, was it?
Well, in the 1700s, 1800s. They used it to purify water on ships and everything.
Oh, wow.
That's what grog was. It was rum and water.
I feel like I can see this guy sitting down with a pipe and a book and a little glass of crimson or tan colored liquor, just like totally content, totally at peace with the world, and just like Am I picking up on anybody? Am I picking up on you, sir? If I'm wrong, I apologize. It's just so strong. I don't usually say things unless it's overwhelmingly strong like this.
Did you bring the spirit box up?
No. Let me go down and get it just to be on the safe side. Yeah. I'll be right back, folks. Wow. I'm absolutely loopy. Yeah. Absolutely loopy. You guys want to make an attempt at utilizing this device again? Is that a female name? Was that the female that just spoke to me? Wow. That was the whole sentence. It was?
Yes, it was me.
Yes, it was. Lyle? Was that Lyle? Or hello? Hello? That's the little girl, I bet you, Hannah. Is that you, Hannah? Wow. Is there any way you could try to let me know how many of you are in this home? There's 8? I'll be able to analyze all this later on. I apologize if I make a bad call on what you've said. Sometimes you can't always hear it.
It's okay.
What?
Sounded like it's okay.
That's what I thought I heard. Are you guys alright with the fact we came to visit you? Let me get that light out of there. You might want to take the light. Yes? You're alright with it?
I think I like the radio.
Oh, it's radio.
I think so.
Awesome. I think it's say awesome. Did you hear awesome?
I thought so.
I guess that was a word. Could somebody try again to tell me this gentleman's name? This gentleman standing here? Oh no. Is someone here? Is it? Somebody just knocked? Hannah? I'm not hearing any music at all. There's no kind of voices coming through. That gentleman I was talking to earlier, do you mind speaking with me for a second, sir? Did you smoke a pipe, sir? Did you have facial hair? Sir, would you mind telling me your first name? Hello? You want me to ask more questions? I would. Seems like there's quite a few of you here. I still haven't got a definite number that I understood. Is there less than 7? More than 7? I did get a little burst out of that for a while, huh, miss? For the first couple minutes, I definitely think I heard some total awesome voices coming through. You folks have an absolutely gorgeous home, by the way. And I'm not just talking to Michael and Robert, I'm talking to you guys too. Absolutely beautiful. I've admired this house from afar for a long time. Is there a female that does all the upkeep in this home? Hannah, does this little girl look like you at all? She's a pretty little girl. Were you blonde, Hannah? You had dark hair, didn't you? What color were your eyes, Hannah? That you guys whispering?
No, nobody's saying anything.
Did anybody hear other people?
No.
No? That was clear as day. I thought for sure one of you guys had whispered to the other one. And please tell me you heard that. Did you hear that? Think it's the heat? Is it? What does the heat sound like?
It's electric, but if you'll hear like a click.
Could have been heat. Would it make a noise in there?
That heat is not on in there.
Okay.
It's only on just.
Or it could have been phantom noises. I could have just imagined it come from that way. Would you folks be opposed to us coming in a couple of weeks with a couple of our friends and seeing if we can't find more out about you? Would that be alright, or would it be an inconvenience? We don't stay long when we visit. We're not like the guests that wouldn't leave. That's a beautiful baby. Does anyone know who the child is? Are any of these pictures actually from the home, or are most of them purchased?
That's actually from, what family is it? They used to own J.P. Daniels.
Oh, right. Can't think of her name. There's a lot of energy in here. I can feel it just kind of...
Yeah.
It's like weird cold.
Now
like,
I was cold in my back, now I'm cold
Yeah.
in the front.
It's like suddenly my feet, it's not like the floor is warmed, but my feet are warm. But I got different parts of my body that are frozen. Strange. It's very odd. It's almost ready to go. You guys really sucked up some energy at first. A lot of my devices are very weak now. I need to get some new batteries for this thing. That's probably where I heard the knocking.
Yeah.
Hear that? It's just from that thing shaking a little bit, the hutch. Please say anything you want to on that device right there. God, I can't wait to get phone in here.
I know.
God, I wish she wasn't sick. Folks, we're going to talk to a couple of our friends and try to come back when it's convenient for these gentlemen. Probably, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but it won't be too long from now. It'll be before Christmas, that's for sure. If we can find a time, we can come for a couple hours. We just have a girl that works with us that's phenomenal about finding out more about you guys. Is that?
My whole leg went freezing.
Would that be Hannah? Hannah, is that you? Are you hanging out with Marissa?
Very weird.
Yeah. Definitely feel like the energy's coming from the other side of you. Feel like the energy's coming from in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah. I just feel like there's somebody that's just like in and out, in and
Yeah,
out.
I guess I've had some experiences with this room here.
Yeah. And even that thing is starting to go down. They really sucked up some energy when I first came in here.
I know my camera wouldn't even turn on.
Can they do that to light bulbs?
What's that?
Can short out light bulbs.
Can spirits do that? Sure. Anything electronic, different spirits have a lot.
Forever replacing light bulbs there.
Probably their attempt at gathering energy, you know, and maybe, you know, inadvertently blowing out a bulb in the process, you know, because they don't directly don't say, okay, I'm going to take the energy from a camera. They just suck it in, and whatever happens to be in the way of, you know, their energy charging their own battery.
That can happen to people too.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God,
when I help here,
yeah.
I'm drained going down that stair.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh
coming
yeah.
down.
Because it's the first time somebody's investigated this place. I mean, I've already got like a massive headache from that gentleman being in. No disrespect, sir. I know you didn't do it maliciously, but it just, I'm loopy as hell. I'm wobbling,
Yeah, right, yeah.
and I got a headache, and I keep smelling almost like a pipe for a second,
I smell that.
and then it goes away real quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's very like a real earthy smell. Yeah, I want to spend a little time outside the next time we come here. There's, you know, no disrespect to these folks. They're amazing, but there's something off kilter out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what it is, but me and Marissa both got it.
You can't even look out there.
It's like, it's odd. I don't even know how to try to describe what the feeling is. I want Fawn to stand out there and see what she feels, you know?
Sometimes I wonder if it's Indian.
I don't know.
I found a bear claw
Really?
at the house one time.
I was like, God, I can't describe it. It was like, there was a seconds, just nanoseconds of sadness, and then it just go right away. I was getting that, you know, just send, then it would go away. So it was hard to put, the feelings were so quick. It was hard to put my finger on what I was feeling out there, but it was definitely cold. It was like ice when we got near that playground.
Yeah, it was.
And then I saw that shadow shoot by, and it just... What? It's almost dead already. I'll have to bring plugs for it the next time. I knew these guys were going to be sucking up so much energy. Unbelievable. I can't wait to start getting into some of this audio. I have a feeling we're going to feel really good. I mean, in the first, 30 seconds of turning on the recorder, we got like 2 wonderful voices. It's almost like you can almost go into an altered state up here. That's me. What are you doing, Hannah? Have you had a chance to talk over the recorder there? Could you sing a little song for us? What's your favorite song you like to sing for us?
I heard her voice.
Yeah. Male or female?
It sounded like male to me.
Yeah. Over this way?
Yeah, Candace was talking at the
Yep.
exact
Exactly.
same time, and I
You
heard.
saw how I stopped Nick? I was
like-
like, huh?
And he was responding
Yeah.
to her. Yeah, I probably picked it up right on this camera.
I knew those floors were bad.
Well, got that on film. That'd be good.
It's going to be tough. Let me see.
You want to
Piece
use
of
this?
styrofoam would be
You want to
good.
use this?
That might even... Let me see. I'm going to just try to... One more time. See, when you have these infrared lights hooked up the way I do, it's a real... This camera's not supposed to, like, be tilted over at that kind of... There we go. Somewhat secure. Alright. Try it once again. Try a new track. Alright. I'm just going to sit on the floor here. Gosh, I'm not in the way. I hope we're not overstaying our welcome coming back a couple weeks later, but we really wanted to spend more time talking to you. As I was saying before, these devices I hooked up over here is to give you some more energy to work with. And if at any time you want to pass in front of the camera, you want to talk over the audio system, you want to let us know you're here through CS. Can you manipulate that K2 at all? Last week they were just, 2 weeks ago, they were just like throwing something at it once in a while, but they weren't able to give yes and no answers. I'm still not sure how many of you reside in this home. I think I heard you say 7 or 8, but I wasn't positive.
There you go. Starting to click.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of this energy. To take advantage of that energy so you can speak really well off of that audio device. We heard a female voice saying something, just going like, ah. Is that a relative of the family? Is that your wife, sir, or someone who's related to you?
Did you hear that?
What the hell?
I heard that.
You heard that?
How could you not hear that?
That was right over there. Right behind
Holy
the lake.
shit, pardon my French, oh my god.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah,
Huh?
What did
I've
you
been
hear?
feeling like there's somebody behind me.
You didn't hear that though?
I heard it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
that couldn't be somebody standing outside, could it?
No. Nope, it was in
No, it
here.
is.
That was in the room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. That was freaking, you heard that? That was clear as day. Holy crap, that was awesome. I'm gonna try to stop walking on the floors. Guess that bear cage is working. I mean, I got a few audible whispers, but nothing like that. That's
I usually
freaking...
don't hear the whispers, but I heard that.
What's that?
I said I usually don't hear the whispers, but I definitely heard
That wasn't a whisper, that was a full-out voice.
Right.
I don't know what it was responding to, but...
You talking.
I know, I'm trying to think of what the hell I was saying. It threw me right off.
There's definitely 4 people. I don't know about 7.
Okay. Are you feeling any of the energies yet?
There's 2 adults, 2 children. The children I'm pretty sure are related. I don't think the adults are related to the children.
Yeah, that's what I was getting a feeling. I think he said no to that when I said, are you related to the children? I think he said no. I mean, he's taking them on as like a foster father, and they probably think of him as a father, but... What do you get for the matriarch of the family? Yep.
Husky, beard.
Yep. I got the same thing. Smoker.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
faint right now.
Probably not young though, right? Like maybe in his 60s.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I when I came up here the last time, we were getting, oh look at that K2, Nick.
Yeah, I see it.
That was just going a freaking red there. Holy crap. That's awesome, guys. Man, that fear cage is kicking in. See, what it does is slowly, the negative ions waft the energy out.
What's your KT?
Yep, look at that one.
Well, that's just showing you how much energy is coming to this point right here. So they're utilizing it. Thanks for taking advantage of that energy we're giving you. Whoa. Did you catch that, Nick?
I heard something. I couldn't
No,
make
I just
it
saw
out.
somebody walk through that friggin' room.
Yeah, I heard something too.
I know nobody's in there.
Is that the side of the road? I'm seeing shadows in there and I don't
No,
know if
no,
it's
that wasn't
cars.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
that
about the hallway?
No,
Over
I'm
here?
talking about right
Oh,
here.
over
There's
there?
windows there.
And that's the side of the
Yeah,
road?
that's
That's
Well,
the
this
road.
the road runs this way.
yeah, the windows,
And it's
the
so
shades
that
are not
this is
pulled
this
in there, so
So that was
I saw one
my car.
earlier too.
No, I'm not talking about a shadow. I'm talking about, it looked like somebody just walked by.
I saw shadows in there, but I'm...
Yeah, it
Don't know
could
if
be
it's cars.
play from the road, but that was not play from the road. It's almost like somebody stood up in that rocking chair. I mean, I'm not gonna say definitely that's what it was. It could have been something playing tricks in my eyes. I don't have my glasses on, but man, that looked real. Is Candace correct? Candace doesn't always get every single person. A lot of times it's the stronger energies. Can you step away from that for a minute? That K2? Thank you. Could you try to answer a question? If it's a yes answer, could you try to set it off? Is Candace correct? Is there 4 of you in this house? Is there more? Did anybody catch that?
Ooh. All the way to red.
Yeah, it is more.
Ooh, and I just got a shot of energy right through me.
So there is more. Is there 7? Less than 7? More than 7? See, I'm still not. What was that?
When I first moved here, I had a dream of a woman in a white dress by the woodpile. That frightened me. This is actually somebody that's...
Take a look at this photo.
God.
White dress.
White dress.
Huh?
White dress. What you said downstairs.
I don't know if that's this from this house though, you know? But maybe that's where I got the...
Yep.
I had a dream with a white dress.
Yeah.
First came here.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to this kids. I mean, this spirit box just freaking...
Quit.
Sometimes it's temperamental.
What about that photo down there?
That was, I had it displayed downstairs. Somebody had given it to me. It looks like she's like probably Native American or something.
That's cool, you can tell it's old.
I was just saying to Robert that I didn't want to tell you guys what we've seen in film. Because
I think the kids like it up here. Do you ever hear little footsteps?
I've had guests that like staying in this room and actually heard like a bowling ball or a ball fall and roll across the floor
Right.
up here, and there's like nothing. I mean, you know.
There's definitely movement up here.
Yeah, it's weird how it's doing that.
Do your kids like to play up here? Is that it?
Mm-hmm. That's what that was.
Is this your favorite hangout up here? Do one of you have a ball that you play with up here?
It sounded like he said, look at the picture. That's what he said.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It'll be on camera too, so when he goes over the evidence.
How many children are here? What's the little girl's name who's here? Is the little boy Scott? you like the Christmas decorations up here?
Nice. They're nice. That's what I heard.
Is that why you like to hang out up here?
Okay, cool, right? That sounds like a turkey.
Yeah, it did.
You like Thanksgiving?
You two chase each other around up here?
Sounds like great.
Can anybody give us a name of who's here with us right now?
No.
My name is Candace. Tell me your name, please.
Yep.
How many of you are here right now? There you go. Use your energy.
We're getting a lot of K2 hits. Folks,
No.
did you hear any of the introductions? Do you remember who's here? Obviously you know Michael and Robert. This is Pam. This is Chris. This is Josh, and this is Angela. My name's Ed. You know I'm the annoying guy that has already been here twice. And this might be the last time you see me here. So we were hoping to try and find out as much as we possibly can about you guys. For Robert and Michael's sake. Michael was asking about a couple of prior owners.
Yeah, Charlie was the one of the owners of the inn of this property here, and the other one would have been Peter.
Could we start out with Charlie? Could somebody let me know if Charlie still resides here? How about Peter? Does anyone know who Peter is? Is he here? Did you just breathe or what was that?
I think the car just walked.
No, it was over here.
Oh,
It's
no.
back here. Did you just go like... Yeah? From way over there? Did it sound like a breath?
It sounded something more audible.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was just like when something like... I felt like electricity on my ear and it was like... Wow. That's a good start. Thank you, folks. Now, who was the gentleman that said, I'm over in the bathroom? I apologize if I walked in on you while you were using the facility, sir. That was just rude on my part. And we never found out the older gentleman's name. The one that smoked the pipe, I believe, with the beard. It's definitely thick in here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know that?
Yeah, it's like buzzing
Yeah.
everywhere.
I've been in here twice. I've never been this sick. I'm actually a little anxious. You know, I mean, I can feel the energy. Like.
Do you want to take some pictures, or Chris, or whoever?
No leak on that either.
So you did get it then?
Yeah, I just did. Just went to 3.
Hello. Is that Marsha? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Ed. So Michael says that you just like start spouting out things about people in the house.
Snap a bunch of photos.
Yeah, feel free to walk around and take as many pictures as you possibly want.
Yeah. Is something you ever had a desire to do?
This is the basement. Obviously, it goes back quite a while. I see him. All right. I'm good. This is the most like neutral place in the house, I think. Like, I don't know. Let's wander a bit. Try and keep it so you can see too, because yeah.
I mean, I got the feeling we might run into spiders down here, but...
Oh yeah, no, there's cobwebs here.
Yep.
Not a big spider fan?
Not so much.
Don't blame you.
Not the poisonous ones anyway.
No, those are to be avoided whenever possible. Here.
You don't have a voice recorder, do you?
No, I left that. I wish I did. Wow. What's that? Ow.
Try to follow your track. Seems to be fairly rent-free.
Oh yeah, once I go through, they're not going to stick around. Watch your head though. You're coming up on one right now. Go this way.
He's like an egg sack.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're around, but they're not as bad as you would expect.
No.
Yeah, this is actually... That's what I just step on. Piece of insulation. This part of the house, honestly...
It's very calm.
Yeah, it's...
Like there's not
nothing.
much here.
Alright, headed back. Yep.
Look at the perimeter. I have this weird like feeling that we need to look here. Look,
Let me get the camera.
look at some of these loose stones or something.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me or if it's.
Well, we've got old wiring right here.
There was a furnace down here that we had taken out.
Oh, you got one? Yeah, that's... Ooh, dude.
Was that a big
Oh yeah,
web?
spider web with eggs on it.
Lovely.
Nice.
I am getting hit.
Crawl space right there.
Well, there is. That's for the addition.
Yep.
The addition was done. I don't know when. But see, they took the old stones out.
Mm-hmm. Some pieces of loose rocks, a mouse trap, insulation. A lot of bricks. Wow. That's...
Wow, look at all the debris back there.
Oh yeah, all the bricks and what have you. It's crazy how much they left in there.
What the heck is all that about?
There's there's a piece of pipe that was probably for some sort of air transfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they're like, clean it up. Nah, that's fine. We'll leave it.
Shove it in the back.
Exactly. Push it to the back. No one will know it's there unless they look.
What's here? What's this?
That is a bone.
Yeah.
That is someone using the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
That is a bone. That's
Any more?
a piece of a terracotta pot. Well, it's been gnawed, so there's no. That's styrofoam insulation.
Yeah.
Just wondering if there's...
That's an interesting size.
That's a big size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not from a mouse or a rat or anything like that.
Clearly not.
It's not a bird.
That's a New York City rat, maybe.
The,
Articulate. Yeah, that's where the joint was. That's very short.
it is short.
That could be.
It's old.
It is. That could be pig. It could be. Probably not. It's too small for cow. I'm leaning towards pig bone, although I don't know why there'd just be a random pig bone sitting in the middle of your basement.
Well, they would have stored stuff down here.
That's true.
Day.
They
would have.
No, they would have, but... Trying to give you light. Yeah, if there's anything, like, odd that's going to turn up, should be against the wall. Is that another piece of the... No, that's... I don't know what that is.
That could be. That was like some kind of a joint.
Yep,
Yeah. See it?
Yep.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bone, too.
Mm-hmm. So far we found 2 bones. That's fiberglass. That is a nice rock, but just a rock. That is all kinds of interesting, is what that is.
So somebody come do excavation.
I wonder what you'd find down here.
Oh, you probably find so much stuff. You know, this has been flooded a few times, so the sediment's moved around. And
Yep, so anything that would have been like right near the top might not be anymore.
Or something that's been at the bottom has
Could be
probably
moved
been
up,
brought to
yeah.
the top.
That was me bumping the insulation.
I have to come down here during the day.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to be any lighter.
Well, no, but...
I think there are. No, they blocked all the windows out.
Yep.
And this is the old...
Drain.
Jesus, it looks like a well.
Yeah. Well, how deep does it go? Oh, it's blocked. It's filled. Yeah, I'm guessing sump pump.
Maybe the sub pump was that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the electrical cords down there.
Oh yeah, just left them around. It's right neighborly of them.
Holy crap. Okay.
This is...
There's a platform. Right there.
Piece of an old glass bottle.
Wow, look at that.
On top there?
They were supposed to, I thought they came and took that out.
Yeah. No.
This.
The furnace? No, they didn't. Sunbeam by the Fox Furnace Company.
This is a coal furnace.
It really is.
Yeah. Probably.
It's old.
Mouse Central.
Oh, I'm sure.
Look at this jug.
Cool. Yep.
Tarnation.
Some more electrical wires,
That
tie-back
was-
wrap.
That pad probably was the like a little bin for the coal. I bet you.
Mm-hmm.
What's that there?
That is an old mouse trap. And it's sprung, but there's nothing in it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything based on how old it could be. But yeah, you can actually see if you look inside it. Somebody's dragged stuff in there to line it, so yeah, you almost definitely have mice in there.
Oh yeah.
They're not going to show themselves right now, but it's something to think about. If they ever start migrating upstairs. We have green glass too. Natural green.
something.
Mm.
Pieces of slate.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like a tile. It's not
HP green.
what the hell is that thing? Where?
Oh, the dangling electric box?
No, whatever that is, it's hanging up here.
Oh, that. It's some kind of weird spider.
Ooh, yeah, that is a strange spider. I would say probably not your friend if you don't like him.
Likely not.
He doesn't see the light very much. You can tell because he's bright white.
Interesting, anyway. I've never seen anything like that.
Bricks under concrete slab. Or stone under a concrete slab. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's concrete slab.
There's something underneath that.
Yeah.
Bricks or stone or something. And like, was the coal chute for the place like around here?
I'm thinking that it was probably there.
Yep.
Or that other slab. You could probably see the coal on the ground or in the stone.
Oh yeah. A lot of black sediment. And I don't know. Well, that's recent mortar right there.
Yeah.
So.
And you don't know how much of you probably could almost stand up in here if this. Yeah, I just had this. I kept getting images to come down here and check along
the side.
Yeah.
That is. I wonder what you'd find down here.
Oh, you probably find so much stuff. You know, this has been flooded a few times, so the sediment's moved around.
Yep. So anything that would have been like right near the top might not be anymore.
Or something that's been at the bottom has
could be moved up.
To
Yeah.
the top.
That was me bumping the insulation.
One adult female in this house? One adult female in this house?
Now I'm cutting this in small pieces.